So we have quite a few young chefs here tonight.
Right.
And
brilliant. Not a fat one in sight anyway. Right.
I wanted, you know, I don't come myself. As you know, I have a partner, Michael Bonaccini.
Yes.
Best partner I could ever have. I'd like you to try and describe what it is that motivates young people in the kitchen. Like, what is it when you know, sometimes if I ask a chef, why do you cook? Mm-hmm. His eyes glaze over and there's something,
yeah.
What can you explain that?
It's, there's a journey. I said to you earlier, before we met our guest this evening, I never wanted to be faced in a situation anywhere in the world with an ingredient that I never knew what to do with it. Whether it was in, you know, golden caviar from an albino sturgeon, or whether it was from the most amazing Albert truffle. I never wanted to be in that situation, never knowing what to do with it. So the secret behind becoming a talented young chef today is finding yourself, getting away from your comfort zone. Okay, I had a broken family life, and Mum was always there supporting me, and Dad could never understand why I swapped soccer for cooking and all that stuff. But you don't sit and sort of dwell on that. You turn something negative, and put it into positivity. But I suppose chefs get comfortable today. You know, you get into a routine, and there's a period of your life from sort of 18 to sort of 27, 28 that no one really questions, because you're not there to be compared to others in your career. It's when you get to the sort of 29, 30-year-old, and then everyone starts to sort of want to know what you've been doing for the last 6 or 7 years. And so if you get comfortable at 22 and all of a sudden, when a chef comes up to me and says, I'm a chef de partie, I run my line, I know how to cook, I'm ready for promotion, do me a favour, piss off. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't give you a job as a sous chef, because you need to go out and learn. Don't get comfortable and then try to manage my kitchen. Management is not what you need at 23. It's an experience, finding a different culture, whether it's in the middle of Paris or in the middle of Barcelona, or whether it's in the middle of Sydney. We're opening Cape Town on the 4th of April. And I'm so excited about what's happening with food in South Africa at the moment. It's phenomenal. It's very similar to what's gone on in Barcelona for the last 5 years. So when they get comfortable and they're not learning, and they sit back and they get more excited about the title as opposed to the knowledge, it's time to go. They've really got to go. So that sort of 7, 8 year gap, you read medicine, and you do a PhD in medicine, or you study law, you're at bar school for 4 or 5 years, then you're in a practice for 4 or 5 years, and then you're working all the hours that God sends, and you're the kitchen porter of the sort of law firm, and all of a sudden at 30, you shoot up. Cooking is exactly the same, unless you're going to put that 10, 12, 14 years investment into a knowledge, a blanket coverage that you get tucked away, that you steal from other chefs. That's what we are. We're thieves. We go around. I feel really bad now about that cookery school teacher last week that was on Hell's Kitchen when I called her a thief. So I'm sounding slightly hypocritical now, but I'm not charging someone crap for crap. But I get really frustrated when I look at CVs and it's resumes are glittered with gold medals, and it's nothing to do with food. Put yourself in that outside world today, highly competitive market. It's got nothing to do with a gold medal. So when I came back from France at the age of 26, I was absolutely crapping myself when I opened Aubergine. I got given this 25% of a share. It meant nothing to me, a piece of paper. What's a share if a business is not successful? Then when it does become successful, there's bigger issues, because the bigger the success, the bigger the problems. So all I wanted to do was cook. And so it became a bit of a shock when we had 2 Michelin stars in 3 years, and all of a sudden it was a flashback to Harvey's, because that's exactly, we measured his sort of growth in that short period of time, and it became of a shock. So it made me more determined to stay even more focused in a way that I needed to become better. And I never had any airs or graces about becoming too proud that at the age of 29, 30 years of age, I could go into a restaurant, whether it's in the middle of Berlin or whether it's in the middle of Lyon, and explain that I'm here for lunch, and can I spend the day in the kitchen the following day? 9 times out of 10 they told me to piss off, and it wasn't about that, but I needed another way to get the knowledge through the back door. But I didn't go in there thinking, oh God, you know, I've got 2 Michelin stars, I can't learn any more. I suppose that's still going on, I think. That's what's still happening as we speak now.
Do you still have that fire in your belly?
God, yeah. I mean, I'm very lucky to get out of bed each and every morning for a reason. Am I on the line, you know, boning lamb out? No, if I was, Peter, I'd be in trouble. This is a young man's game today, and you know, I'm working with my head now as opposed to my back. But I've been at the coalface, and so I don't see that career in television overtaking a chef's career. I mean, I'm a chef, and you know, I happen to work on television, and I happen to sort of keep one foot in each camp. But you know, we're on tender hooks now. The Michelin Guide's launched in 10 days' time in Paris, and we've been open there 12 months. The critics absolutely caned me. I mean, absolutely caned me with, you know, karaoke cuisine and roast beef, you know, teaching the French how to cook and all that crap. But you know, at the end of the day, the harder time I get, you know, the more pressure I'm under. That's when I'm really at my best, I think, because I've been on the floor so many times.
Yes.
And in this industry, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I say it every time to every young chef that's always, you know, whinging about the hours and the social life, and say, look, you know, this is a marathon.
So what is, to a young 21-year-old chef, like how many hours a week do you think it's reasonable for them to work?
You know, the secret now is so much easier in terms of what we were doing 90 to 100 hours, you know, when I was their age, but, you know, there's regulations now, they do between sort of 50 and 65, 70 hours max. But even on time out, you step in somebody else's kitchen, even if you're learning how to make the most amazing crepe or how to make handmade pasta, learn how to make bread.
The world's becoming fancy.
Yeah, but you've got to fight for that level of freedom, because this is the best job to be in the world, because how many jobs anywhere in the world can allow you to travel, you know, search, seek, develop, and inspiration in terms of cooking. I'm off to India for the month of May, and I've never been there, but I'm dying to go back to just to where it all started in terms of Indian cuisine.